Hello everyone, welcome on back to Moss Valley. Alright, well, we have what, 2 harvests to do today? Well, 2 outfields as well. At least the goal is to get both done today. We'll see if that happens, but that is at least the goal. And I am thinking about possibly doing a contract. There's one that was 20 grand. It's tempting. It does say it's supposed to take 2 hours. That's the estimated time, which I know in the past when I've looked, it's generally wrong. And really, the field doesn't look like it's that big. It's about the same size as one of our current fields. Oh, that sucks. I hit the tree. Well, I wasn't meaning to harvest this field yet, but we'll do a little bit just so I can get by. I guess this is a positive of having the same crop in 2 different fields. I already got the trailer over here, you can see. This is the first harvest in this field, so we should, in theory, be going up in precision farming score. Yep. 92 now. Where's my individual? Oh, there. 84 on this. Missing weed control. Oh, it's because I plowed it. So it's not going to be max for that reason. This will get better the next time I cut it. This was nitrogen last time. How would it be nitrogen? I don't understand how that would be a problem. This one was 99, basically perfect. But yeah, I don't understand how nitrogen was a problem. But I guess it was. 21 grand. It does have an estimated cost of material of almost 5 grand. I'm going to use the rented equipment. Because in theory, from what I could find on this is a 42 meter width, I want to say. And that should go far, far quicker compared to our sprayer. As far as I know, this is that one. I might be wrong, but... And to save a little bit more money, since we're driving right by our own farm, I'm going to buy the solid fertilizer there. It's a little bit cheaper through our little buying station than it would be through bags. And I can kind of match what it said it needed. It needed like 3,000 liters, something like that. And any extra I can just put back in, and if for whatever reason we need solid fertilizer, I'll have some. I don't really think we have much of a need, but you know, maybe something will come up, get the time speed up. Yeah, it'll be far, far cheaper. I think it was like 2.5 or 3,000 liters. I could probably go a little bit more exact, but I want to, you know, tread on the side of being careful and having extra over not having enough. Right, I don't think we have any in here. No, so we'll buy some. It might say in here. Yeah, estimated usage is going to be 2,500. That seems rather low. I'll be surprised if it uses 3,000. I'll be honest. That seems kind of low. But it would be precision farming, far as I would know at least. So it should use less in that case. I'm just kind of assuming at this point. Sometimes assuming things isn't the best route. It looks like I could probably take a shortcut, maybe? Instead of driving all the way into town, I might be able to drive down the edge of one of these fields. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be kind of surprised if it only uses 3,500 liters. We'll see. I'm going to put a worker on it. Let's see how much they kind of get going and use. If I see it just like dissipate in no time, I'm going to sit here and think, I made a bad decision doing this contract. So I'm pretty sure it's a 42 meter width. Yeah, that does not seem to be going super quick, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. It said like, what, 2.5 hours or something, estimated time. I don't think it's going to take that long. The field size is about the same as, 33? 31 for us, this field right here. It's about the same size. Alright, off we go. Shouldn't take it too long to have a worker get that all finished, I wouldn't think. Figure it'd be some good money to do. I mean, we'll make, what, in the end, probably 16 grand? 15 grand? It's hard to say with worker costs in there, though, too. We don't just have the cost of the material, but also the cost of the worker. That is a perfect green. All the way around. It's good to see. Good to see. A lot of this, like I've said before, the plan is to put it through the grain mill, then have it go to the bakery and, well, be turned into bread. Should be a fairly profitable thing. And we don't need oats for Thor, because he'll eat oats or sorghum. And besides, we only have one, right? If I had to, I could just buy a little bit of oats. You know, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It wouldn't be that costly. How are you even gonna make it one lap around? That is the real question here. This is a big combine too. It's already almost 8,500 liters in here. But, that solid green is probably well over 100% yield. So that is gonna make it go up by quite a bit pretty quick. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and set up a time lapse for this field. It shouldn't take too long. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
Promise me you'll get me through. Just tell me I can do this too. For everything we thought to.
Alright, so we're just about done here. Yeah, you did see the worker must have had an issue on the fertilizing contract, because they said they completed their task. Not sure how they did, because it's only 83% done. So I think they did not probably complete it. If I had to bet, at least. There's a little bit missed here. I do want to try to get as much as I can. Because obviously, if I don't, then it's just going to wither away. And we'll never be able to get the oat. I might be putting canola into some of these fields. That was a consideration of mine. That would put us at, I think, next month. If I remember right. To actually do the canola. Yeah, August and September are the planting times. I might still put oats into one of these other fields, though. Soybeans, okay, soybeans are still far enough out that it shouldn't have any confliction there. And then we would be harvesting canola the same time as oats, it looks like. Yeah, same 2 months. That's just a thought. I think I might try to put canola in either this field or the bigger field. Something different, and we'll have a crop over the over the winter period. I'm probably just gonna park this here, actually. Yeah, I can see this isn't done, but I'm guessing they kind of got all confused right in this corner. I will get this brought over to the flour mill. I am going to check on what the price is to buy it, just out of curiosity. If it's high enough, I might look to place my own. If it's a fairly reasonable price, then I probably will just buy the one that's on the map. Kind of what I'm thinking, at least. Alright, so the flour mill is right here? Yeah, because that's the dairy that I could get to work. Oh, here is the trigger. 96 grand. I'm going to take a look at what I can buy one, like build my own for. Because if I can build my own for... Oh, there's a little tennis court down here. If I can build my own for the same price, why wouldn't I do that? Be a lot closer. That's just kind of what I'm thinking, at least. I know these will do it. They are probably a little bit on the slower side, though, so I do want to keep that in mind for those mills. They are pretty nice to have, but... I do have this one. I've used this production a lot. It's a really good production, to be honest. It does come with new, different things on it, too. That's a little bit tempting right there. I could see if I can kind of fit this somewhere in here, though. That is a different question. Honestly, right in here would kind of make sense. I have to move this stuff, but if we put it right into here, wouldn't we really be in the way or anything? I know it's a little bit hilly and stuff over here. It's a little bit rough. Although, if you put it over there, then it's kind of out of the way, and you know, it's not really in the way of anything. That's also tempting. Because this would also have our area where we would back up for stuff. This is completely out of the way. We're never over in this area, really. Yeah, I think I'm going to build it right there. I might have to do a little bit of flattening. Yeah, a little bit of flattening. I probably should have pushed it farther back, maybe. Yeah, nice positive of having the mill, or the flour mill, I guess, on the farm is it's going to be far easier to drive to. You know, if we own this one, it's every time I need to bring a load of oats or something, or sorghum, whatever it is over there, I got to drive all this way to do it. And we're probably going to get more than a full trailer off of the bigger oat field. So I would have had to take a load of oats down to the mill in the middle of that harvest. Instead, I'll just be able to drive a little bit of a distance, basically. And it'll be close enough where I could even unload the combine right into it, even. From the larger field, at least. For the most part, I think the one field that has soybeans in it, I think will kind of stay at soybeans. It's a nice crop that we can kind of sell. Make some good money from that, because we really haven't been doing much for crops that are just to sell. We've had a lot that just eventually they go to pigs or whatever it is. Might be nice to have something that's we can just sell. Obviously, we do have some soybeans that are meant for pigs. I'm just going to try to remember how much we get off the field or something, or a reasonable amount, and sell that. We don't need the 100,000 liters that we have in the silo. We simply don't have the pigs for that. So It'd be nice to have this here. But I do think it does bread by itself. So if we wanted to, we could have it do that. Alright, let's get this backed up in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does do its own bread. If I wanted to. But we technically own the bakery, which we don't actually own. So I could just use this. And I wouldn't have to worry about cycles and anything like that. It would just do its own thing. It makes far less, though. I guess this is less different ratioed. It's a way different ratioed. Yeah, we'll do oat flour, activate, and we'll change that to automatically move, and then this will get this set up to storing. I shouldn't have to move the blockers though, because I can put up blockers for that. I don't think I should need to, at least. So I'll put the trailer here, but we might not really need it because it's not that big of a distance from the production. Alright, let's take a look at this field and kind of see where we need to go, because clearly we're... Actually, I'm not going to be able to see, am I? Because it's based off of nitrogen, and I'm not going to be able to see this. So that's something, I guess I didn't think about. So for the most part, I'm just going to have to kind of wing it and try to get as much as I can. That seems like a reasonable thing to do, right? It looks like it mainly missed the edge. So, might be a little bit of an issue on the edge of this field, maybe? At least with workers. And we'll just get this all as finished as I can. Yeah, it looks like it's just the edge, so they must have started wrong or something. Maybe the worker steering lines are like really messed up. I have no clue. I have not looked at them, so possible. Doesn't look like it's gonna take too long to get everything finished, though. I'm just curious, what are the worker lines? I really don't see how they could have got that messed up. More likely we'll end up just finishing this strip, it looks like. And that might get us to 100. So unless there's a ton obvious missing that I see after this, I'll probably say that's done, but I do want to try to, complete the field as much as I can. So if there's an obvious piece, oh hey, this definitely wasn't fertilized, then I didn't do a good job. And I would like to try to complete things to the max I can. Yep, big piece missed up here. Yeah, we're not required to do this. Technically, the contract is done, but just for a little bit of realism, we'll complete it to the best of our abilities. This is a nice little fertilizer, though. Like I said, it's part of the Plains and Prairies pack. You know, liquid fertilizer, obviously solid fertilizer. I don't know if it does lime. I did not look at that, but if it doesn't, maybe there'll be a modded version. Actually, no, there probably wouldn't be a modded version. And that might not be. I know sometimes if there's like a paid DLC, sometimes there's not modded versions of that stuff. Why is there like a tree in the middle of this field? Alright, I think that's complete. Yeah, there's just a random, like, it's like a tree underground. Yeah, that's just something I've noticed. There's probably a reason, but yeah. I don't think it does lime. No. It does do liquid lime, though, so you could use that. So you would have that ability. It is a mod. Liquid lime is a mod, but you could try that. All right, let's get this collected for the contract. I just realized as I hit that button, I should have probably brought the solid fertilizer back to the farm. I did not do that. I'm not sure when these are fully mature, the pigs. Revisit it. They're looking bigger. They're looking like pigs. Good to see. Maybe once they reproduce. Maybe. The health is up now, like consistently up. It hasn't dropped back down, even with them running out of, what, sorghum, I think it was? They've still been 93% for health. I like how my bottom screen now shows fertilizer. That might be a little bit of a visual bug, I guess. From the contract still. And doing that does not reset it, so... Well, there's no real reason to look at that then. Not giving me my yield amounts. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and start the time lapse, and I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
For everything we fight to never lose, 'cause everything we want, oh, is everything we need. Just like I need you, oh, it's just like you need me. Oh, straight unknown, don't you bail on me now. I got the world on my back and my hand on the crown. Straight unknown, don't give up on me now. You got 500,000 eyes staring you to the ground. No, I won't do this alone. No, I won't do this alone. Without my strength, I know. Without my strength, I know. Strength unknown, don't give up on me now. You got 500,000 eyes staring you to the ground. No, I won't do this alone. Tell me I can run to you. Promise me a rendezvous.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the oat harvest. We'll get everything put into the production, and well, the little bit that's in the trailer into the production as well. There's not much. For the most part, I just, put it all right directly into the production. We're close enough, so why not? Really, because of that, I'm thinking long-term, maybe the bigger field will be best as an oat field for bread and such. Then maybe we'll do that smaller field with canola. It's just something I'm thinking of, at least. Otherwise, we could look at whole wheat bread, and we could do that in this field. There is potential of corn, but I would not think corn in this field would be that much fun. Why am I going to put that in there? Why am I putting it into the trailer? I mean, it really doesn't matter, I guess, because I gotta back the trailer into here anyways, but we have a little bit more for options. Obviously, whole wheat bread would be an option. How much for whole wheat flour? Okay, 250,000 liters, which is good to see. We could make whole wheat bread then. That obviously has to be wheat, and we can do wheat planting in September, which is a month before we gotta worry about soybeans. We can also do canola in September. The harvest window is the same, but if I plant it in September, the canola will be ready in August. If I plant this in September, it'll be ready in July. So I might end up skipping through August then. And then we can plant canola in the one field and then wheat in the other. It's a pretty solid idea. I think that would that'd work out pretty well. And that would be right September. So we shouldn't have soybeans yet. No. So yeah, it would be perfect time, really. Got 6,500 liters in the trailer as well. And the following month after that, we'd be doing soybean harvest, and we'll have 2 fields that we'll have to spray for weeds. I think the canola will probably just be sold. I don't think we'll try to produce canola oil out of it. I'd have to buy another production unless there's an oil mill on the map. I would assume not, but yeah, I do not see one. So I'd have to buy my own. And is it worth it for possibly a one-time thing? Probably not. So yeah. Well, how much do we got in here? 102,000 liters. There's already 2,000 liters done. Wow. Where am I looking here? All right. Yeah, it's already 2,000 liters done. I assume that should move over top of hour, which is really soon. That's usually when it moves. It moved some. But yeah, this now has flour, so given time, that'll be sitting good. Now, obviously, if we start having issues where we have way too much flour over here or something, I could still run the bread in here as well. But yeah, I think we'll probably try to do whole wheat flour, which will turn into whole wheat bread next time. Nice little something different. I've done the corn flour into corn tortillas a couple times before. But this is just something a little bit different. A little bit different. And then canola would just be, you know, we kind of just put it whatever. So. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.